Welcome back to Good Day Atlanta. Time is 9:22 now. He is the official photographer for Mary J. Blige, Wendy Williams, Steve Harvey, Lala Anthony, and many more celebrities. I could go on and on and on. And he got to start right here in Atlanta. I'm talking about Robert Ector. Robert is here talking about his new book, Details, and his journey in the world of fashion and photography. And Robert, it's so good to have you here.
Thank you so much, Elise.
Hey,
I'm
welcome.
so happy to be here. Thank you again.
Congrats, too, on all your success.
Oh, thank you. I'm so shocked and amazed by the support that Atlanta has been showing me, and the book is amazing, and I'm excited for everyone to see it.
Yeah, you've made it. No doubt about it. You've made it. Okay, so before we dive into Details, your book, how does one become a go-to, a sought-out photographer like you've been able to become? How do you get to that level?
Well, I definitely think it's about having great work, number one. You know, of course, you have to have great photos, or whatever role that you're in, you have to master your field and be really, really good at it. Another thing worth working with celebrities is they like to have that trust issue. They want to feel like they can trust you. You know, I always tell people that a photographer, it's a very weird experience, you know, because you have someone who's coming into a space that you may not know, especially if you're a celebrity. Oftentimes I have to go to my clients' homes. So for them to trust me and just know that, you know, whatever happens, everything is basically trust, you know, just for them to be able to trust me. Yeah, absolutely.
That trust has to be there. So your book is pretty incredible. And when I asked you if I could see it, you know, you opened the box, you whipped out the gloves, you put the gloves on, and you started going through.
Yes.
Tell us what's inside, what we'll see inside Details.
So I spent the last 4 years in New York, London, Milan, and Paris covering the runway shows of the top fashion houses. So that's Gucci, Tom Ford, Celine, and Chanel as well.
The big names.
The big names. Yeah. So this book is 15 pounds, 650 pages of the world's most fashionable people.
Wow.
And if you see, you know, just the clothing, the styling, the hair inspiration, the makeup inspiration, it's really, really a sight to see.
And we're getting a look of it through the video right now of what's inside. You know, one of the things I can see from, actually, you know what, I want to talk about something you told me during the break, Robert, that I thought was fascinating. And you got some incredible pictures from outside of did you say it was the Chanel?
Yeah, so and that's the whole inspiration behind the book. The Chanel show in Paris is the most coveted show of the season. Everyone wants a ticket to get into the Chanel show. It's a theatrical production. You step inside, it's a whole different world. So for this particular show, I submitted my credentials kind of last minute, so I did not get approved. So when I went to the venue and I found out that my name was not on the list, I was, you know, upset. But as I'm walking down the stairs at the Grand Palais, I'm noticing all of these beautiful, fashionable people rushing into the show. Giovanna Battaglia, Anna Della Russo. And as they're rushing in, I put my camera out and I'm snapping, you know, because this is where the swagger is. This is where the emotion is. Yes, absolutely. So that is the inspiration behind that. When I got home and seen the photos, I loved it so much compared to the 10-minute show inside of the runway. You know, they're dark inside the runway show. So outside is where the party happens.
Look at you taking advantage of that. I mean, you could have just thrown that camera over here and put it in your backpack and marched back to the hotel, but you stayed and you got some incredible pictures out of it too. Very cool. Okay, so what is the camera that you're using for all of those, you know, budding photographers at home? What are you using to capture your images?
Well, I love Canon. At least it's always a great camera. I've been shooting with Canon since I started taking photos at 15 years old. So the color grading is amazing on Canons, and I always shoot with my Canon.
Okay, so your advice for photographers, what would you tell them? Because then I'm going to get some advice on the other end of that too, but what would you tell photographers to get better pictures?
There's really no rules to photography. I always tell people, you know, there's not a certain lighting setup that you'd have to have. There's not a certain camera that you have to have. It's really your eye, your vision. You know, I can take a disposable camera and create magic if, you know, if the vibe is right, if everything is right, if I understand lighting. So there's really no rules. I always tell people, make it what it is. You know, you're an artist.
Make it what it is. So for those of us who aren't talented, I guess, you know, behind the camera taking pictures, a lot of us find ourselves, you know, in pictures, whether it's on social media. It's like, picture or it didn't happen is the mentality now. What would you tell people to be captured better in pictures?
I always tell people, number one, it's confidence. It doesn't matter what hairstyle you have. It doesn't matter what million-dollar outfit you have. If you show up to a set or a function and that confidence is not shining, it'll show in the photos, you know? So that's number one. And to know your body type, you know, especially knowing what angles look best on you. You know, I always tell women, my clients, a good go-to is cross those legs, you know, give me a good ankle cross. That's going to lean those legs out. It's going to give you long legs. So it's certain things like that you can do.
Cross the legs, okay.
Yeah, so, you know, certain things like that you can do that can really just take things up a level. And I think that, like I said, confidence and knowing your body type, those are the tricks to a great photo.
Okay, from the professional right here, so you know it's true. Robert, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out today.
I appreciate
this.
That. Absolutely.
Yeah, love the stories coming out of this guy. And Robert Ector will be at Saks Fifth Avenue today at 1 o'clock for a meet and greet with Lala Anthony. So it's a great opportunity for you to get to meet him and pick up details as well. You can learn more by heading to fox5atlanta.com. Just look for the Scene on TV section. It is such a pleasure to have you here,
Absolutely.
Robert. Thank you.
So much,
Thank you.
Elise.